Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to Love Decanters channel. So this is part one of my visit to the Riverside Antique Centre in Sawbridgeworth. Now, there's a place in Sawbridgeworth. It's near the train station and it's called the Maltings, and it's like a big long complex of buildings. And as you come off the road to sort of like where the car park is for the train station, there's like 3 antique centres there. But if you keep going and you keep going to the end of the building, there's another one called the Riverside Antique Centre. So that's where this film is taken. And yeah, if you're visiting them, you definitely have to go to this one. I would say it probably has more bargains in it. And it is quite a big place as well. So, and it's really mixed. So you've got proper antiques and you've got vintage, and it's, yeah, a real mix of places. Just because it's so big, it's multi-floors, and yeah, it's one of those little Warren-y places as well. So, and I did buy a few things. Yeah, it happens. So, and it was my birthday. So it was a birthday trip and I was allowed to buy stuff, and I did. That's how it goes. Anyway, so with that said, let's get on and have a look at the glass at Riverside Antique Centre. Hello, I'm here at Riverside Antique Centre, Sawbridgeworth, and yeah, there's like 4 antique centres around here. Unfortunately, I've come on a Monday and 2 of them are closed, so just be aware of that. But yeah, I've been and had a quick look around, and I've not looked at everything yet, but there are some bargains in here, and I might be buying some, but let's get in and have a look. So just so you know where Riverside Antique Centre is, down there is the train station, and you need to come along the side of the Maltings, because this is a Maltings. There's like a whole bunch of big buildings here, and the entrance is down here. So just so you know, and yeah, so let's get in, start filming, having a look at some glass. You know you're at the right place when you see this sign up here. There's the door, and it's actually got an arrow on each side of the door saying this way in. Downstairs is mainly furniture, but when you come up here, yeah, it's lots of little cabinets, and there's another floor here. Yeah. So yeah, there's lots to see here. I've looked at a bit. There's at least a couple of purchases that I want. So let me show you. It's a real Warren. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of antique centre here, and as I said, there's a upstairs. Came upstairs, spotted this Stuart Arundel hot glass, but right behind it is a little Guests decanter, probably from about 1820. They want £10 for that. I think the hot glass is £3. But yeah, you know you're in the right place, especially when you go to the next cabinet. This is the Stuart Crystal 1938 catalogue, and this is the Arundel pattern here. And it might exist, but there's no hot glass here. But I can prove that actually it didn't exist, because we can skip forward to 1964 here. And this is the 1964 catalogue, and this is how they show you the Arundel pattern. And here is all of the things that's in the surface, and there's no hot glass. So no hot glass. We have to go forward to 1972, which is the next one I have. In actual fact, in the picture there is the glass we were looking at. And yeah, down here is the whole list of things they've got, and there is the hot glass there. So the hot glasses were created sometime between 1964 and 1972. And how long they went on for, they might have gone on to the end, which would be about 1980.
But yeah, it's not, although the pattern's been around since the 1930s at least, the hot glasses have not been around that long. And you can download these catalogues from the Stuart Crystal Collectors Facebook group. Here we're looking at the ScottishAntiques.com website, and this is the, I thought I would just do this online and just see what I could find. And the problem is, a lot of the sites that you can trust, usually the decanters are a lot nicer, more fancy, let's say. This is the closest one I've been able to find to what we're looking at. The date he's got on this is 1810. But the differences are, it's all those little things. The big thing that decanter had, and this has, it's got panel cutting around the base and around the shoulder. And it's got 3 neck rings, but these are annulated neck rings. So yeah, the stopper's not really that relevant because that had the wrong stopper, so you can't use that at all as a reference. But it does have a ring cut around the top of the bottom panels, although this has got these blazes cut on top of that. So it is a little bit more fancy because it's got fancier rings and it's got these blazes. But it's got 1810. I feel that might be a little bit early, but yeah, it'll do. But the problem with that decanter, 1, it's got the wrong stopper, and 2, well, it's not even a period stopper, and 2, it's only like a 1-pinter, and that's the thing that dings its value. I mean, he's got 150 on this, and it's out of stock, so someone bought this. Yeah, it is very difficult. You have to sort of like figure out which bits you need to be looking at to figure out, is it in the right time period. This cabinet has a really lovely John Walsh fan bars or bowl. There's yeah, it is really nice, but it's £115. It's got T10 next to it. That means £10 off for trade. And you can ask, you can try. You may not get, but you can try. So I went down the rabbit hole of trying to find one of these John Walsh Rythen fan vases online. There's this one here. They've got one that's Rythen, this one, and this one is not Rythen, but you can hardly see it, and they're not. These are just opalescent as opposed to being Vaseline. So yeah, that's not, and they don't. Oh, hammer price £34. Wow. So I didn't realise that. I was looking up here for hammer price. That is super cheap. And it's only last year. So let's have a look at this one. So this one's a bit crumped up, slightly different form. Does this have a price then? Yeah, so this is in America, and it's sold for £185. Yes. And then let's have a go. What's the other one I found? This one sold for 40, but it's a taller. It's a similar one to the previous one, but it's got a longer stem. And again, this one's a opalescent one as opposed to a Vaseline. Yeah, I was struggling at this point, so I've got this Vaseline one here, which is a bit taller. And actually, does this have a price? No. So there's no hammer price for this one, but this is closer. And then, went to good old Scottish Antiques, and I found this one here, and it's out of stock, which means they've sold it. They've got £120 on it. So that's the kind of price that I normally see in antique centres. That one was 115. They were doing T10, so you could, T10 is the trade, £10 off for trade, so you could get it for 105. But yeah, that's a dealer price. You can find, I mean, the last big chunk of John Walsh I bought, which was not one of these fan vases, it was a bowl. I paid £40 for it, and they had no clue what it was anyway. So, but yeah, it's a decent price. It's a dealer price, and it is a bit cheaper than Scottish Antiques. So, and also the other difference is there you get to have a good look at it, take it out, see if you really like it or not.
So here we have some stirrup cups. So they're like glasses, early 19th century glasses with no foot, just a little faceted knob or a little blob like that. And the idea is that if you were going horse riding or fox hunting or something, you could be handed a drink before you went off. The servants would hang on to these, and you just got nowhere to put it down because you're on a horse, and they'd give it back at the end. You'd basically be handed it, you'd take a big slug and give it back.
So in all of my outs and abouts, I've never seen any stirrup cups to show them to you. And I thought one thing I have to try and do to you is prove that they're not just a wine glass where someone's chopped the foot off. It's got broken and someone's chopped the foot off and made it into something. They're not common because they're, the glasses are not always fantastic quality, but they're made for posh people. It's made for somebody that's sitting on a horse, So I found all of these, but I thought, let's run through a few by just doing a search. I could go into my books, but there's hardly any in there. But I know what they are. So let's go to Maris Antiques. Yes, very trustworthy chap. I know this man. And very good site. And look, he's got this one here. Look at this fancy. And if you look at the size of this blob, the foot would have to be really thick. Imagine how thick the foot of this glass would be to have that blob in it. Yeah. So these are intentionally made as stirrup glasses. They're not just broken glasses that someone's trimmed the foot down of. And there's a whole bunch of them here. I've never actually seen a bunch. This is in America. Steuben. So it's an American maker as well. $350 for how many is there? 7? No, 8? That seems... Anyway. I thought it'd be more in America, but anyway, let's move on. Yeah, these are definitely made as stirrup. Look how big that blob is there. That would definitely not be the foot of a glass. It would weigh a ton, the foot. This is in America, though, that one. What else have we got? We've got another set here. And sold. Have they got a price on it? Oh, the Vintage Entertainer, yeah. I follow them on Instagram. So, yeah, there's no price here, though. But they've got a big pile of them, all the same. And again, look at the size of the foot there. And you'd need servants to be handing. If you've got this many, imagine how many servants you've got. This is like for a hunt. People all standing around and waiting for the hunt, and they'd all have a little snifter or something beforehand. So you've got a whole pile of servants handing out drinks before you go off on your hunt. See, these ones look like they could have been cut down. They're not, though. I mean, they are a thing. You've seen that now. How many? Is there a price on this? No. That's Scottish Antiques. So that's UK. I think this might be the last one. And they're saying this one's late 18th century. I don't think you can really tell because this shape is from the late 18th century, but there's so many of them that are just like this. I don't know how long they were made for, but I get the feeling that's probably not 1800. Has it got a price on it? No. But yeah, so I can't really confirm whether the price there is. Oh, has he got? Has this got a? Oh, there you go. He's got a book reference. I'm not sure what book that is. Oh, it's something from the Victoria and Albert Museum. So there you go. This is actually the Victoria and Albert Museum's collections. This is one of their reference books. It's not one of their pieces that they're actually saying is of stirrup glass, but yeah, I'm going to look at this because I've never seen this before because it looks like it's a book. Image 2 of 2. No. Yeah, let me go back. Is this the... Go back. Oh, this one is actually... I didn't realise. I thought this was for sale. Sorry, because I just opened a whole bunch of images. This one is actually in the Victoria and Albert Museum. So there you go. It is a thing. They don't explore the collection, blah, blah, blah. No, they don't tell you what it's about. But anyway, there you go. It definitely is a thing. Even though this one has probably got quite a smallest bulb there at the bottom. So it could have been one that was cut down, but I don't. It's a thing. So anyway, I'll stop now and stop blabbing on. I can see I'm going to have to do some sharp negotiating on this, or at least with my wife. Anyway, I've just spotted this here. Look at that. That is the coolest. So I'm pretty certain that's a Webb Corbett decanter. I've never seen one like it. But that stopper, yeah, I've seen that before. But not in two-tone like this. This is a really, really good decanter. When I saw the stopper on that amber and green decanter, this is what I thought of. So this is from 1934, which seems about right for that kind of deco decanter. I really wanted it, but it was £75, which is a lot for me. So, but I will show you also, this picture here is not very good. I mean, that's not a very clear picture of what it is, but it just so happens like the only other decanter I've seen with that stopper on, I own. So here it is. Now, in fact, there's the reference of what we were just looking at, this factory pamphlet, 100 years of Webb Corbett. So let's have a closer look at it, and you'll see. Yeah, this is the stopper. Look, there you go. And this shape here with no pouring lip. This is who made that decanter, unless one of them is directly copying the other. But I don't think so. I think it's a Webb Corbett one. It is so unusual. And yeah, it was one of the things. If I did buy a few things there, but I didn't spend that much money on them because I'm tight. And there were other things that I wanted just as much, but £75 was too much, really. Anyway, yeah, I'm really. Anyway, forget that. This is what it is. I'm pretty certain it's Webb Corbett, and it's from the 1930s, and it is a very nice thing. Very, very nice. Spot this here. Pretty certain that is a John Walsh glass. How much do they want for it? £12 T2, so you can get that for a tenner. That's a really good thing. Don't know how much they would go for individually. I know they make good money as a set. But the thing for me here, and there's some really fantastic things, but I'm trying to cut down. Yeah, pedestal salt boat. And that is £12. So, and it looks in really good condition as well. If I can get it to focus on it, there you go. Yep, I like that a lot. So here we are. We have a full set of John Walsh hot glasses. And yeah, the one we were looking at is this one here, this pale blue one. Look, they come as, this is called a Harlequin set when you've got them. They've actually named it here, Harlequin hot glasses. So when you get a set like this where every glass is a different colour but they're all the same pattern, it's called a Harlequin set. What is funny and sad in a way is that I saw this set of 5. There's one missing, and it's that pale blue one. And if you look at the price difference between this set of 5, so the price is a bit all over the place, but in this place it's very marked. You've got £135 for this set of 6, and then for £45 less you get a set of 5. Yeah, so having a 6 does make a difference. This is not, if I was to start showing you other prices, you'd see that they're a bit all over the place. And in fact, I found a single one here for £60, pretty much. So, yeah, it is. Pricing is a bit funny. I could go back to, in fact, let me show you something. Let's go back here. And there was a set here. Look, there's a whole set of just blue ones here. £249. I mean, when you compare it to, like, here's a slightly different way of doing the Harlequin set where you've got 2 sets of 3 colours and they want 115, and this one's 135. So this one looks out of place completely. I think this one is a nicer set than this one, but this is not better than the Harlequin set, I don't think. But yeah, that's the other Hock sets. There's another blue one. That one's £37. So the prices are a little bit all over the place. And you can see they've got other patterns. In fact, they've got this one here, which is completely different. The same cut pattern, but in a completely different shape as well. But then they've used this shape for this glass, which is a completely different cut pattern. So it is all, you know, this is how you learn about glasses, really. I knew that cut pattern with this shape here, but if I saw it with that, I would not, because I know that shape and I know that cut pattern, I go, that's John Walsh too. But prices can be very funny.
I hope you enjoyed that. Yes, there will be more. It's going to be epic. It is going to be epic because I know what's coming. Some things I'm not seeing. Oh, how can I say? There's some things that I know about and seen before, but not while filming and doing all of this. So yeah, so there's some interesting bits and pieces here, and yeah, and there's some little bargains. I didn't buy every bargain because I'd just be like, my house is not big enough, so I just have to be very selective about what I buy, and also I have to get rid of some glass, which I'm hoping to do this week. So anyway, with that said, contact details for Riverside Antique Centre will be in the description below. References I use will be in the description below as well. Please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. Still on course to take over the world, etc., etc. You know that story's never going to end, don't you? And yeah, so again, thank you for watching and have a good night. Good night.